Hey Whiskers, Kimonie here. So if you guys want to learn how to make this delicious blueberry muffin with a streusel topping that I'm going to rename and start calling the baby magnet, you know what to do. Just keep on watching. Okay guys, so this recipe is quite easy, and of course all the ingredients and the measurements will be listed down below in the description box. So the first thing I'm doing is to combine all my dry ingredients, and I'm just sifting it so that I can get rid of any lumps. I forgot to sift my cinnamon, so I'm struggling with my spoon, which is a crucial step, guys. You have to struggle with your spoon. Now I'm just adding the cinnamon, and then I'm going to give that a quick mix in order to combine all those ingredients so that they are thoroughly incorporated. Now I'm going to start on my liquid ingredients. So to my milk, I'm adding some vinegar in order to create buttermilk, and I'm just adding some vanilla to that. Adding my oil. Any flavorless oil can be used. I'm using vegetable oil, and I'm adding my eggs. And I'm just giving this a quick mix before I add my sugars. Now I'm using two different kinds of sugars. You guys can add a little more sugar if you like your muffins sweet. I don't. You can also choose to add your sugars to your dry ingredients, but I prefer to mix it before so that it starts to dissolve before I add it to my dry ingredients. Now this is also a crucial step. You have to add your blueberries to your dry ingredients and get them coated. Now, I don't think you want to learn the hard way, but when you do coat them in the flour, it prevents the blueberries from falling to the bottom of your mixture. I'm just combining my dry and my liquid ingredients. Switching out my whisk for a spatula. Now guys, it's very important for you not to overmix. The second all your flour is incorporated, you're not seeing any streaks of liquid or you're not seeing any streaks of flour, please stop mixing. We don't want your batter to be overmixed, as that will result in a tough muffin. Nobody wants a tough muffin. So that is pretty much done. Now I'm working on my streusel topping. If you don't want a streusel topping, you can just forget this part. So to my butter, I'm adding my sugar, my cinnamon, and a pinch of salt. Your butter can be melted or slightly softened. Either one works. I'm giving that a quick mix to combine before I add my flour. So once I've added my flour, I'm just going to ensure that all my ingredients are fully incorporated, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the streusel topping. Okay guys, so I'm just using my fingers to test the streusel. If it comes together, it's perfect. If it doesn't, then you need to add a little bit more butter because it's too dry. And if it's too soft, then just add a little bit more flour. Okay guys, so I'm just going to use some vegetable oil to line around the rim. as I don't want my muffin tops to stick to the pan. I'm just using some cupcake liners. I didn't actually make 12, I made 8, and I'll explain why in a few. So I'm using an ice cream scoop so that I will have even distribution of the batter. This recipe will make anywhere around 8 to 12 muffins if you're using cupcake pans. But if you're using actual muffin pans, then you'll get around 6 muffins. Now, what I decided to do is to use 1.5 scoops per muffin as opposed to using 1, because I wanted to have really high muffin tops. Now, if you're okay with not having high muffin tops, then you can just use 1 scoop so that you can get 12 muffins from this. Now I'm just adding a little bit more blueberries to the top so that I can actually see them, you know, just for presentation. And then I'm just going to sprinkle my streusel on top. I ended up using all of this, but if you don't like the streusel topping, or if you don't want as much as I wanted, then you can just use half of the recipe. I ended up taking off some of it anyways, so it's really just up to you. Okay, so even after that last video clip of me showing the before picture, I went ahead and added the rest of the streusel. Now, as you can see, I'm just shaking off the excess because some of it didn't actually stick to the batter, and so it was loose. So I'm just shaking those off to get rid of, I guess you could call it, the mess. So yeah, this is what it looks like. I'm just cutting into 1 so that you can see, and of course I was happy to do that because I got the chance to eat that first one before the rest of my family realized that I was done. So it was really soft and moist, and that is the benefit of using oil as opposed to butter. I was pretty pleased, but apparently my family was not pleased with me because I did not make enough. And this is my 6-month-old nephew trying to stuff his face with one of the muffins because it was that good.
You never clue. Watcha. Sorry, we should laugh.
So if you've made it this far, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Try this recipe out and let me know how it works out for you. I'll see you guys next week with another video. Until then, stay golden.